you've been saying something in spaces that's really been resonating with me, man. And I was looking forward to talk about it and get some more perspective and see where it went. You've been saying, everybody realize that the NFT space right now is 500 miles wide and 2 inches deep. Obviously, if you got a little bit of common sense, you know what the hell that means. But what do you mean by that, man? And what does that mean for the future of the space?
Yeah, so I mean, what that means to me is like, obviously when you get into anything that's in its stage of adolescence, it's very immature, it's very young, it's very ungrown. And so when it's something like a space or a market or even just like a new piece of technology, line of business, whatever it may be, somebody has to step up and start innovating shit, right?
Mm,
What happens is it goes through growth phases, right? So right now we're in like the adolescence phase, breaking into the kind of like where we're getting a little bit more mature. But I think when I say that, what I envision is what happens: oversaturation of the same thing until it's bled dry, and then one of two things happens: either that market will collapse and it will just not exist anymore, or the retrospect, you'll see the market start to change and go in multiple directions. It won't. It's like a branching effect. All right. So right now I call it spreading its roots. So it's at the point where it's starting to root out into more of a rudimentary phase to where it's actually building value and people are starting to become more credible, thus will be more approachable by the mass public, and they'll start to want to come in and adopt this. And you saw this happen. Actually, this is crazy. This happened. I was so thankful for the opportunity. You remember the guy that came into the space and he was like, "Yo, crypto's going to zero, NFT's going to zero."
yeah,
You remember
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Pro All Star? He
yeah,
came
yeah.
into that second space. Were you in there for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep,
and he
yep.
was talking about how I had persuaded his vision of what NFTs could be. He did say, "I haven't changed my opinion completely, but your roadmap is the first one I've heard of that's really stuck me and made me think maybe they can become something." So this is what I'm talking about. It's just inch by inch, it gets
Mm.
deeper and deeper. And I'm not saying what we're doing is going to be the end all be all. It's far from it. It's just what my level of creativity was able to produce and encourage. And so, here we are. We're sitting here trying to produce something, man. And I think that's what it means. I think it needs to get deeper. We need to stop expanding sideways and
Mm.
stop trending sideways and start propelling down and up, building and digging. Right, that's what we have to do. We have to dig deep and start building this empire of what Web3 can be with the technology we've been given, man.
Let's go, Nick. That fucking Caddyshack, living a fucking just heater. Come on, man. Come on. Like, look, eh, I said at the beginning of the show, he's literally saying the same damn things I was saying in NFT 101. How do you navigate a bear market? Literally, get deeper. And I know we see it all the time. We talk about it all the time. There's so many people in this Web3 NFT space that ain't no deeper than a bucket of fucking water. And that's why I get down with you so heavy, Nick. I mean, you're a fucking ocean, bro. We could go down so much shit. It's insane. And you started fucking unveiling little things behind what the baskets actually are and what all is to come. 3, 5, 10 years, bro. Like, I'm fucking with you for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Like, you've done fucked up, Chuck. We are together fucking weaving baskets, boy. Like,
Right.
it is the shit. So that being said, there's a part of, and I want to tell just a quick little story and give you this to run with. There's a part of the Savage Baskets that means the most to me. And you guys might not know, but Nick is the man who came up with PLP originally. I always give him the fucking credit from the jump, right from the bat. He said it one time on a space and I fucking ran with it. I use it everywhere. People fucking hashtag PLP at me now. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Let me fucking tell you who made this shit and why I push it so hard. So this crazy motherfucker tells me a story and he challenges me. And that's what I love about him. He challenges you to become a better human being, right? And he challenges me is next time a telemarketer calls, instead of just telling them fuck you or whatever, take some time for them. Just ask them how they're doing. And I took him up on that challenge. I had a random 1-800 number call me, and he started going into this whole sales pitch. And instead of reacting right away, just hanging up, I said, "Hey, Daniel," what's his name? I said, "Daniel, can I ask you a question, man?" Yeah, what's up?" I said, "How you doing today, man?" And he was fucking speechless. He didn't know what to say. He's like, You're the first person to ask me that today. Like, thank you so much." And we ended up just having a quick little conversation about Web3, and maybe we opened somebody else's eyes, right? So the biggest takeaway from that is the PLP. It's so much different than, or so much deeper than just PLP. How far are you willing to take it? Is what you told me. And I just want you to expand on some of your thoughts, like the real mission and vision behind the baskets. All that Web3 utility is fucking bananas. We're set up for a long time as far as I'm fucking concerned. But what does that real vision, that true mission of PLP mean to you?
Yeah, so I've been very fortunate in life, man. I came up with really good grandparents, really good parents, and I spent more time with my grandparents just because I loved them. I love being around people like that. And I had some, I would say, visions for what I wanted to do in the future, right? And it really gravitated towards me maturing like young, right?
Mm,
Right, because a lot of this stuff was like people would say, "Oh, you're 20, right? You can't have this job." Or
right.
age is going to be a barrier for you. You need to have some other kind of credibility or resume or this or that. And so when I was really young, I was always like kind of cutthroat, just trying to get through, do my thing, and I realized how many people I lost along the way to be that kind of person. So I wasn't always this guy, right? It changed like pretty drastically around the time I was 16.